All right, we're here at part 3. I've just reinserted, and I'm heading back to my tube. Why more players don't try to attempt to get there, I don't know, but I'm glad because it's a great place for me. I'm really comfortable shooting out of it. I stay safe, and I get a lot of kills. I take a lot of people out from here. So here's the mental model here. With this tube, I'm going to be shooting over the hood of our bus into the windows of their bus. And I'm also going to the right there. Well, let me get back since I'm actually going to probably do this now. So you're going to see now that I'm able to shoot over our hood into their windows of their bus. So I'm sighting some people up. There's guys off the distance that I'd like to rattle at least because the paint's just too far to break on them. It's bouncing. And I live with that. Otherwise, I'm trying to sight anybody up. Nobody's coming up out of those windows, I don't believe yet. This inside lane, I'm going to wrap this tube and post that, and I'm also going to post out. I'll explain what wrapping is here in a minute, but I think I'm going to do something. I want you to hear it. It's kind of funny. So while we're waiting on that, this is North versus South scenario game. It's not a reenactment. It's a scenario game, and it's the final battle. It's played at OXCC in Chesapeake City, Maryland, and it's going to be an annual event. This is the inaugural year of it. So it's going to happen every April. So please pre-register at oxcc.com if you're going to be a part of these in the future. All right, you're about to hear me with some of my in-game DangerMan antics now.
Oh, right on the head. There you go. Bye-bye. Right on his head. Hand one back to somebody.
Yeah, so I got headshotted when I was in that van earlier. So that's what I'm saying, handing it back to somebody. The ref was letting me know he took my tubes and took them out to the road, which was kind of cool. All right, so look at the guy in the van. He's lasting a while in there. I can only suspect. Oh, by the way, see our players? They're kamikaze running in a chain to get the flag station on the right. So keep an eye on that right now if you can. You'll see us claim that flag eventually. In this particular instance.
Ceasefire! Ceasefire!
Okay, now we have a ceasefire. A ceasefire is not a game over. It is a player has either lost a mask or injured. So everybody's going to put their guns down here, and we're going to pause the game. So every player knows at this point the game's not over.
Yo, get ready to run.
Here I am trying to. So I'm waiting for them to. I heard somebody say, okay, we're good now. And I thought, okay, good, we're going to go right back at it. But it turns out we got to wait another few seconds. I'm going to have to put my gun back down again. And no sooner do I put it down, I get to pick it up again. Now, this tube, I'm playing strong side shots with my strong arm, which means, you know, the arm that you shoot most accurately from to the outside lane. And I'm both posting out of this tube and I'm wrapping the tube. Now, what is posting and wrapping? Posting is when you essentially you come out and you stay out and take your shots on people as they come out. So I'm either snap shooting on occasion where I pop out, pop in, or rock out, rock in, or I wrap the tube. And I'm kind of wrapping it now. You notice that I'm kind of getting further and further out of the tube. I'm using the tube for cover to wrap around the tube and shoot more closer to the interior.
He's hit. Right up here to 50. Lay him down. Get him out. You got one to your left. Watch out. He's down in the front bushes.
Now, if this doesn't teach you something as a new to intermediate player, and that is, you've got to be loud and proud with the referee. They will do their job. They have no problem doing their job. You've got to let them know who you want out of there and why, and that means you give them a description of where the paint is and what the bunker is and what they look like if you can. Those are the 3 keys to describing for a ref to go get somebody that you think has got a hit. And you also have to consider that many times if a player is staying in there and he knows he should be out, he's probably wiping it, and by the time the ref gets there, they've wasted their time. And that sucks. I know nobody wants to hear that, but it's just one of those realities you have to accept in paintball, that there are players like that. Doesn't make it right, but you can't be the hugest horse's ass in the world where you just walk around the world angry. You gotta have the head about you to know that this is just some of the crap you got to deal with. And the answer is just shoot them again, you know, and hope they don't shoot you before you shoot them, because you need to be the one of all things that plays ethical.
We can't go any further.
All right, so I got players now trying to coach from the right-hand side, the players in the buses, to move up. But they can't, remember, they're at the 40. They can't go past the 50.
Yo,
So the only option they have when they leave...
Right now.
Let me let you hear
I
it.
got 4 guys you could hit if they're in range. Come on over here.
So I'm trying to call somebody over because I don't know if I have, for some reason,
There's 4 guys. If you can
my
get if they're in
gun
range for you, I don't know.
chronoed high enough to get
Right there.
over to them. I mean, throughout the day, my paint seems to not have quite the range that it had earlier, and I just forgot to go re-chrono to check and see if somehow I fell off. And usually, by the way, your guns chrono hotter during the course of the day, which means they actually speed up. That's why refs will often chrono you throughout the day more often. I didn't do that because I was the general and I was actually generaling the team most of the day, so I wasn't really playing that much. But I did.
Oh, I got him. I got him. I saw him twitch.
That's funny.
Oh, so there's 4 in there.
So I believe this is Evan that's helping. I think he's our team medic. And if you watch some of the other videos that are not, well, there's a number of videos I'm going to put up that are in 4K, 360, but there's also going to be some that are just straight 4K and not 360. I believe you'll see me interact with some of these guys. So you'll notice that I've got the latitude here to back off this tube and still use it for cover. If you've watched any of my how-to videos, there's a reason for this. It's just part of my gameplay. We have done a good job of keeping most of these guys out of the bus. But right now, with me backed off this tube, that bus is a liability to me. Because you can see, if I can see that window, it can see me. Here we go again with me and calling people on the loader. Alright, I think we've just burned up another 7 minutes. The last one's coming. I hope you've enjoyed this. Hopefully this color commentary is helping you out. Hey, if you're watching these videos over again, keep an eye on that van, see how many of our players keep running to it. Oh, you'll notice the van, we finally lost somebody out of that van. And the fact that we held that van that long means that we must have removed some of their players from the left side interior so that they didn't have a shot in. So I feel like we were really getting the upper hand at this point. Alright, next video, last one coming.